Alright, so we're out in the garage with the Bridgeport mill, and we're going to finish up the first part of the T-handle or chuck wrench. Alright, we're going to mill this to about 400,000 square across the diameter. It's 560 right now, so we have to take off 160 thousandths, half off each side, so that's going to be 80. So I'm going to take a 40 thousandths cut all the way around, flip it 4 times, and then I'll measure it and take the rest. Okay. Alright, I'm going to check that and flip it, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I measured that first cut. We were 560. We are now 520. So it did take 40 thousandths off. The other thing you'll notice is I was Klein milling. It does get a little squeaky up in here because it's a little harder. That's why I didn't want to use a good end mill. Alright, let's mill the next one. Make sure there's no chips. Push it up against the stop. Probably be smart if I rotated it. So shiny. I don't think I measured. Alright, so this measured exactly what I set it to. So we're going to take another 40 thousandths off of each side. I did go a little bit deeper to clean up this edge a little bit more. clean that off, deburr it, measure it, and I'm going to test it in the chuck. If there is no corner, or there is a corner interference, I'll put it back in the lathe and I'll just take a little bit off the outside diameter to give me a little bit of relief in that corner. All right, be right back. All right, we're at the mill. When I was drilling the hole in the chuck wrench, the battery died, and you know, you get consumed with paying attention to what's going on with the mill, that I didn't hear the beep, and I drilled the hole and everything, and I didn't get it on film. So luckily I caught it before I did the second one, and I think I had mentioned, I said I was going to make a wrench for my 3-jaw chuck also, and this one right here is for my 3-jaw. So same setup. I'm going to drill in here for the handle, and I'm going to, the piece of stock I'm going to use for this particular piece is a little bit under 1/2 inch. So I'm going to drill it, center it. I'm going to just run, I don't know what drill this is. I'm just going to run whatever through here. Then I'm going to run a 31/64 drill, which is just under 1/2 inch. And I have this reamer, which is a 4/98, a couple of thousandths under 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do the same thing. You can tell it's a different one because I had already drilled and tapped the hole to lock the handle in place. But like I said, stupid me, I wasn't paying attention to the camera. I missed it. So I'm going to do this one, same thing, and I'll show you both of them at the end. Alright, we're going to find the center of the stock. The center of the hole to be 1/2 inch in. I'm just going to use a ruler to do this, a scale. It's actually not bad at all. Alright, looks good. Switch drills. We bring the spindle down about 1/2 and ream it. All right, that looks good. We'll take it over to the bench and deburr it and get it ready to drill the hole to keep the handle in place. Alright, so I found some 1/2 inch mystery metal. I'm going to make it the same length as the other one, and like I had said earlier, I lost the video, or didn't turn the recording on, whatever it was, when I finished this one up. So I was making another one. I made this one a little bit shorter here because the drive, pinion gear. It's not as deep as the other one anyways. I use my 4-jaw chuck most of the time anyway, so if it wears out, I have some room to actually turn this off, and I don't have to redo the square. So this one is roughly 8 inches. I'm going to make this one exactly the same. I'm going to do 8 inches. So if I went from here to here, center, that's good. It still looks proportional. So I'm going to throw it in the lathe, face that, put a chamfer on it, cut it off, throw it in the chuck, face it and chamfer it, and I'll take it over the milling machine and I'll mill a flat right here so that I can oh, I still have to do this. I forgot to do that. I got to drill a hole in this end similar to this one. I might go with this one's the second one I did is a little bit smaller in diameter, so I might use a little smaller screw. All right, so I'll see you over at the lathe. All right, I decided to just cut it off with a hacksaw instead of putting it all the way in, the whole stick in the lathe. Like I said, you can see I can barely hold on to this thing. All right, safety glasses. Alright, we'll take that over the mill machine and flatten it. I'll do that off camera. But we do have to put this end in here and drill this. Alright, we got the body chucked up. I just touched it with emery cloth just to make sure all those burrs were cleaned up nice. We're gonna tap this 1/4-28. We're going to use a Cleveland twist drill, and most of you guys know I'm very fond of Cleveland twist drill products because I used to work for them for quite a few years, a long time ago. I just bought this set, I don't know, a few months ago. But the 3-piece set, and I gotta tell you, I looked at them with a microscope, and they look just as good as the ones that we used to do right in Mansfield, Mass. And they are still made in USA. Okay, at least these are. So I'm going to drill it a number 2 drill, which is for a 1/4-28. We'll center it, drill it number 2, and run the plug tab through. This chuck's a little overkill for what I'm doing, but I don't feel like changing it, so it'll do the job. All right. I'm going to see how good these clean crystal tests are, because I'm going to machine that right through. Got our safety glasses on. I'm going to put that down low. See what that looks like. Looks good. Alright, let's put a little chamfer in there. I was hoping to go deep enough where I didn't have to do that again, but you know what? I'm just going to use a center drill to do it because I feel like digging out my good enough. Alright guys, so here they are. So this is the one I was trying to mimic. That one goes to my my Cushman chucks. This was the original one I got with the lathe. That was, you know, really a piece of garbage. It worked, but really tough to get your hands on there. This is the one I made for the 4-jaw chuck, and like I said, I made it a little bit longer so that I can trim it up, and you can tell I've been using it, but if it gets worn really bad I can trim it up and I still have more. And the one I made for the 3-jaw, made it a little bit shorter, kinda to copy this one, a little smaller radius, but the same size handle. It's a little smaller diameter, and the diameter of this one was actually determined once I got going by how it was going to pass the jaw, because on a 4-jaw the jaw comes up on the back side of it. So I ended up turning it a little bit down, a little bit more, number one, to get rid of the chrome a little bit more, and number two, make sure it slid past that jaw. But there they are. This one will go in a drawer somewhere. I don't need it anymore. These are going to be a lot better. Like I said, I'm not looking for a lot more torque. I'm looking to make it easier to be out a little further from the head. So especially on the 3-jaw, because the 3-jaws are small. It's a 6-inch chuck, and this gets close to the head. And the 4-jaw really for control, because you're trying to push them over or loosen them up just a tick so you can push the other jaw over, and with a bigger handle you get a lot better control. Alright, so that is the completion of the chuck wrench, T-wrench, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We're over 400 subscribers now, which is really cool. Very happy for you guys, that are watching. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. We do have a lot more. Okay, bye for now.